What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Camille and I, we're doing a request today. Thank you for the request, by the way. It's how to use wrist wraps. So stay tuned. We're going to go over why I use wrist wraps, how to use them, and there's several different types. We're going to show you how to use them. So stay tuned. Check it out. Alright, y'all, so why would you use wrist wraps?
Good question.
We've been over this many times. The muscles in your fingers compared to the muscles in your back are a heck of a lot smaller.
Right.
Your grip is going to fatigue, your grip is going to fail before these big back muscles will. If you're not using straps, your hands, your grip is going to be a serious limiting factor to your back gains.
Right.
That's why we have straps. That's why straps were invented. That's why we use straps to get sufficient back workout without the limiting factors of the small muscles in your fingers.
If your grip is not failing, I have the question, how hard are you actually trying to progressively overload over time? So that's a challenge to you guys out there that aren't using the straps. Really take a deep look at, are you lifting at your true capacity?
That's a great challenge, y'all. If you're not using straps, are you really going as heavy as you can?
And I get it, like maybe it's an inconvenience, whatever, but if you want to get those gains, use those straps.
100%. Now you know why to use the straps. Let's go over the different types of straps there are and how to use them and why to use the different types, right? All right, so traditional straps. These are the old school traditional straps. These are actually my favorites still to use. These are old school, they've been around forever. Old traditional straps, they look like this. Before you connect them, they look like this. These are my favorite. Close second is these bad boys here. These are actually easier to use, faster to use, but you can see this metal clip right here.
It's really close.
That metal clip, if you lift some weight, you lift some heavy weight, that metal clip is actually going to dig into your skin, and I've had it break my skin, cause cuts. So if you use a lightweight, pull downs and whatnot, these are good. These are actually one of my favorites, but I can't use them for deadlifts or rows because I'm going too heavy and they will cut into my skin. So those are my two favorites.
So I'm a little different. One of my favorites are these figure eights, especially for barbell exercises. They're already in a looped configuration. You just wrap it around the bar, stick the arm through. It's really fast. That's probably why I like them over the traditional straps. And then the second ones that are my go-to are these ones with these metal hooks. So I use this a lot on like pull downs and different things. It just has like a Velcro strap. Oh, it's so sticky. I can't even get it. And you just stick your wrist through.
Yeah.
So these are my two favorites.
Use a caution. These used to be my favorite. Word of caution. I've gone heavy enough to bend these hooks.
Yeah.
I've straightened the hook. So once you do that, the bar falls.
Right.
It's embarrassing. Big bang. Everybody looks. So beware of that. You can go heavy enough to straighten these hooks out. But if you're going light, these are actually probably the best because the hook is taking all the weight. Now your fingers, your grip, your hand is completely out of there.
Right.
But be cautious with the hooks. If you're doing pull-ups with the hooks, make sure you're nice and smooth. If you're going up too fast, you might unhook, and then you're going to fall in again. Be embarrassed, everybody look. So just be cautious with the hook ones. Stay tuned. We're about to show you how to use each different one. All right, y'all. We're going to give you a quick tutorial on how to use each one. I'm going to show you my favorite two. Camille will show you her favorite two. Just remember, with all of them, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Believe me, I probably don't like the figure eights because I didn't give enough time to get used to them. They all take a little bit of time to get used to. The more you use them, the faster you get, the easier it gets. But it does definitely take a little bit of getting used to. All right, you can see you want to line the strap up along with your hand. So it goes like so, and then you strap it on down just like that. I get it on there backwards sometimes and the strap's going the wrong way. Hey, so just make sure the strap is going along your fingers like so. And strap it up. As you can see, those metal clips, as long as you're using lightweight, you're good to go. But if you put some heavy weight on there, man, they're gonna cut you. All right, so there's two different ways. You can go overhand, which would you start with an overhand grip and then wrap the bar like so. And then just twist it, tighten it up. Once it's tight, now your straps have the bar. All you have to do is hold the strap and it'll be your grip, just like so, right? All right, if you want to go underhand, it's the same way. You just start underhand, wrap the bar up, wrap it around the bar, and you can see this takes a little bit of time, but you get used to it and you get faster. Get them started, then roll the bar up tight, and then you got it. Boom, just like so. All right, that's how you use the Velcro straps. All right, these are very similar to the Velcro ones. You're gonna buy them, they're gonna look like this. Once you get them put together, you leave them put together. Just make sure you don't have any twist in your strap. If there's a twist in there, that's gonna chew your wrist up. So, no twist. Again, put the strap on with the strap going down your hand towards your fingers. You don't want the strap coming up your arm, right? All right, so once you get them set up, you leave them set up like this, and then you just put your hand in there and tighten her down, right? Right. All right, same way with the Velcro straps. If you're gonna go overhand, the strap goes under the bar, like so. And again, it's gonna take some getting used to. Once you get it started here, wrap them up and then twist the bar to get it tight. Cinch it down, and then you got it. Boom, just like so, right? All right, same thing when you want to go underhand. Now the strap is going to go over the bar, like so. And you wrap them up, get them started, twist the bar to get them tightened down, and then boom, you got it. Use these for rows, deadlifts, whatever you like. I wouldn't use them for a curl, but rows, deadlifts, just like that. Good tip, underhand, the strap goes over the bar. Overhand, the strap goes under the bar. All right, stay tuned, Camille's up.
So the figure eights. So these are my favorite out of convenience. So I've used the traditional ones that James just shown you for years, and it takes a lot of time to master cinching up and getting tight. And so a lot of times, by the time I was getting it tight enough to actually do my lift, I was all fatigued and had to take a break. So the figure eights are a little more speedy for me. They're predominantly for barbell exercises, and I could show you this in a little bit of why it doesn't work on your pull downs or your like dual handles. So you take these figure eights, and they do come in sizes. So you can see James's figure eights compared to mine, and then they'll even come into a size smaller even yet. And we actually had all three at one point because we're trying to find which one's the right ones. But for me, these mediums are perfect. All right, so you take the figure eights. If we want to go overhand with it, we're going to place it underneath the bar, and we're just going to stick the whole hand through, and then we're going to loop the hand over, right? So put it underneath the bar. You kind of use your leg. Hand all the way through, and pull over. And so you're just using that friction of the strap against that knurling as tension. So you can see how tight it is on my hand. So just like that, now you're locked in, they're just hanging there. And you can do your row or whatever you need to do. So one last time, for overhand, you're just strap underneath the bar, hand all the way through, and loop it over. And that tension from it being on that knurling is what's creating that tension and support for you to take that grip out of the equation. All right, so good question with these. Can you use them underhand? You can. You do have to be a little careful on where that knurling is at on the bar. So hopefully you're using maybe a deadlift bar or something that's got knurling all the way across. It's even more helpful. But we reverse it. So we just take the straps. We're going to go over the bar. we're gonna stick the hand through and loop it over. So strap over bar, and then loop the hand over. And now I'm hanging, you can see, grips out of the equation, straps are holding the bar. So one last time, you take your figure eights, set them on top of the bar, hands through, and loop them over. Now you're all set up for those rows, just like that, or deadlifts, whatever you're doing. Now again, size kind of matters. It gets a little sloppy with bigger ones. So if I were to do a bigger one, I have to come a lot further over and grip it, and you can see how it's wanting to slide. I can't create that tension by folding the arm over because my strap's too big. So size matters when it comes to using these figure eights for sure. And then too small, you can't turn the hand over. You don't have enough slack in the figure eight. So definitely make sure it's the right size for you and then go after it. So my favorite, figure eights. All right, so I mentioned these don't really work well on dual handle pull downs and the like. I'll just show you why, right? So if I wanted to pull overhand, we talked about putting it under and hand over. Well, I have nothing to turn over to create that tension. There's not enough bar here for me to do that. So my hand's just gonna fall right back through. If you are using a wide bar, it does work. So let me show you that. So on a wide bar where you have the distance, you can use it, same thing. So the strap's gonna go underneath, hand's gonna fold over. I got that tension. So strap underneath, you can loop them together. All right, now I got it, and I can pull, and I'm pulling. My fingers aren't really in the equation. See, I'm not even holding on there. There you go. So works with the wide bar, not so much with the D handles. Just something to consider. I have both. I'll take both to the gym on back day, my hook versions plus these. I even have the traditional straps. I got all three in my gym bag. But definitely a great tool and a quick tool. So when you're not trying to waste a bunch of time learning how to wrap, figure eights. So my go-to, as I mentioned, for number 2 is these hook straps. So they just have a Velcro strap. They have this nice foam pad area to protect your wrists. They have a metal hook on them. You take the strap, like loop it through. Now you just, you're gonna stick your hand through and kind of cup that hook, just like that. And then you can cinch that Velcro on down. You wanna pull it real tight, y'all. That's why that foam pad's there. And then secure the Velcro. Same thing on this one. Cup that hook and then pull that Velcro through. Same thing like the figure eights. For me, this is a convenience thing. Because I'm not trying to cinch up and get that tight grip on it. Plus, as James mentioned, out of all of them, this one probably takes the grip the most out of the equation. So if your limiting factor is truly these fingers, these hooks are helpful. All right, so with this, you can go ahead, go under the bar, and like the hook's picking up the bar. So see, my hands aren't even there. But for safety, keep your fingers engaged, keep them underneath those hooks. And then you can go ahead and go about your rows, just like this. You can also go overhand grip. Maybe you want to hit more of those upper traps, rear delts, rhomboids. There you go. So just like that. Again, fingers aren't really in the equation. Now y'all definitely don't do that, you know, especially if you're lifted any kind of weight. With these, you do have to be a little careful. Like you don't want any jerky motions because you can tilt to where this bar falls out of the hook. Like you can see, if you're not careful, you're twisting around, that hook's gonna slip out. You don't want that. So get that nice firm grip. Make sure you still have those hands engaged and then pull. Now with these, unlike the figure eight, you can use the individual dual handle handles. I don't know what I'm saying there. But again, be careful. Make sure that you understand where those hooks are. James mentioned you can use them for pull-ups, but always nice smooth motions. And the only caution is just if you go too heavy, there's always the risk of pulling open this metal. And the more time you use it, and the more time you put that pressure on that metal, it weakens over time. So it's just something you want to be careful, take a good look at them, make sure they're still good, and go about it. So for me, I use these a lot on back day, or if I'm doing like a stiff leg deadlift, where I'm not really using heavy weight, and it's more about the stretch. But a great tool, quick tool, really helpful, and I would say it's probably a lot more versatile than the figure eight. So if you were only to grab one, I would grab this one. All right, y'all.
All right, y'all, there you have it. That's why you use straps, how you use straps, and the different kind of straps you can use. Just remember, do not limit yourself and not use the straps.
Well, thanks for tuning in. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. For more like it, check out all of our playlists. I'm not sure there's a specific one for this.
Gym equipment.
Yeah, how to use gym equipment. There you go. And definitely tune in every Sunday, 12 o'clock Eastern Time. Catch me and James live. So that's where you can go to get your questions answered and learn a lot of tips and tricks. All right. Like and subscribe. Camille and James.